Chosen persuasive speech topic is Social Security System. Invasion that you're quite recently completed school, found a new line of work, worked at 40 hours a week, and this dollar greenback speaks to you entire speaks to your entire check. Hold up, dollar bill. In pretty much every budgetary circumstance that you manage, there is the possibility of an account included, an investment account, a financial records, and which you get more seasoned, a retirement account. You place cash into the record, and when you get more seasoned, I'm sorry, you place cash into the record, and later you can recover the cash that you put in. The Social Security framework is in no way like that. You place cash into Social Security, and it is quickly paid out to the general population gathering Social Security checks. Americans who have resigned as far back as it began in 1935. The Social Security framework has never been secured, as indicated by HowStuffWorks.com in 1935. When Roosevelt marked the Social Security Act into law, there was many individuals who acquired advantages as a result of the Great Depression. However, there was no cash to pay those advantages with. The thought at the time was that individuals as of now working would pay into the framework, and their cash would promptly return as an advantage checks. Every age of resigning specialists would get paid by the general population as of now working. And along these lines, the framework would subsidize itself everlastingly, in spite of the way that the framework has no cash to begin with. In 1935, there was a large number of individuals paying into the framework that those accepting advantages. The, the, por- the proportion of laborers to retirees implied that specialists did not need to pay much into the framework. Later on, the retirement of a huge number of Gen Xers will hurt the proportion. There will be such a significant number of resigned individuals that the working individuals won't almost certainly bolster them. As you boss, you may have heard that the Social Security framework right now takes in more cash than it pays out to endeavor to deal with the person born about WW2 issue. What occurs with the overabundance cash the framework gathers? The Social Security framework purchases U.S. Treasury bonds with the excess. Basically, the legislature as the Social Security Administration advances the surplus to itself. Did they ever require whether they could obtain our cash? Gracious, you they will properly search up that cash when the time comes to pay those resigning children of post-war American. Isn't that so? Numerous individuals believe that Social Security will be fixed before the issues will influence them. As far back as it began in 1935, the Social Security framework has never been secured. While the framework has been fixed various occasions, the fixed employments haven't carried out these responsibilities. For instance, Keith Carson brings up that in 1983, Congress raised finance charges, broadened the retirement age, and said that framework will be fit as a fiddle until 2056. These eradications will in all likelihood develop to the point where the coming working age us should pay in any event half of our checks to Social Security to help the current resigning ages. Contentions too. But at that point, says Carson, only 9 years after the fact, a report turned out saying that Congress has been off base. The report said that Social Security cash wouldn't last until 2056. It would run out by 2050. Keep in mind that year, 2050. This is the year we should resign. Do you think this news is awful? Only 2 months back, the AARP Bulletin gave an account of the bipartisan commission and entitlement and tax reform. This commission cautions that qualifications programs like Social Security are developing so quick they could bankrupt the nation continuously 2035 when we're just 50. How are we going to have the capacity to stand to resign? And where has that half of our check gone? Well, we will not profit by our very own cash. Consider how a lot of cash you won't get. If you labor for a long time and make the present national normal salary of $30,000, this implies $525,000 of your well-deserved cash won't be available for you. That appears to be reasonable. Contentions 3. So what would it be a good idea for us to do? Keep running for Congress and change the framework? That is not an awful thought aside from the reputation for Social Security demonstrates that one more fix-it work won't fix the framework. In addition, we must be 30 years of age to be U.S. representatives, and we need to begin our retirement design sometime before at that point. Actually, in his book, Retirement 101, Willard Enterman says that we should begin an individual funds plan the day we get our first checks. Truth to be told, he gives you this diagram, hold-up-gram, which demonstrates that if we will probably spare $200,000 by age 65, we'd better begin right on the time before sparing gets excessively costly. You can see that on the off chance that we begin here when we're 20, we can pursue $200,000 by sparing just $50 every month. If we hold up until we are 35, we'll need to spare $115 every month. On the half chance that we hold up until we are 45, we'll need to secure $300 per month. Also, on the off chance that we hold up until we are 55, we'll need $987 per month. Take a gather at the distinction. To produce $200,000 by age 65, we cost $50 per month on the off chance that we begin at 25, and $987 every month we have up until we are 55. In ends, what's my plan? The Social Security framework can't guarantee us budgetary security when we resign. What's the arrangement? We need to begin our reserve funds plans. And the prior we begin, the simpler it will be to live easily in our maturity. Also, perhaps, quite possibility, we'll have the capacity to keep something other than half of our checks. That's the end of my report. Thank you.